Welcome guys, welcome. We're going to be playing some Elemental Reforged, and the reason for that is that there's actually new DLC which has just dropped yesterday. So yeah, we're going to be ripping into that one. So I do want to thank Stardock for actually sponsoring this content. There is a tracking link if you're watching either on Steam, sorry, not on Steam, on Twitch or on YouTube. You'll sort of find that there's a pinned link with the tracking link there to the Steam page. So if you do want to click on that one, it's certainly helpful for me. So anyway, that'd be great. Before we get started, I do want to just also go through one little change that I've made. If you go into mods, this is I've loaded this one up onto the Steam Workshop. I've got a mod called Good versus Evil, and what this one does is I was testing how easy it was to make mods, and overall it's very, very simple to actually make them. So we've got, and so essentially what it does is just boosts the difference between kingdoms and empires in terms of their dislike of each other. So it goes from a -1 to a -6 per turn, essentially. So it'll fairly quickly race away from you as you sort of start to meet people of the opposite faction. Previously, you could actually make friends with them, like quite easily, until this mod. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't balanced it or anything, so I don't know what it's going to be like. But anyway, we'll sort of see how it goes. But it should lead to more aggressive AIs, I think. So anyway, this is one. If you do want to get it for yourself, I'll just click on done. I'm not sure actually where did we do this one. If we go back into mods again, get more. There we go. If you just go to get more, it's I've literally only uploaded it a few minutes ago. So if you go in and then look at, it won't feature on this first page. If you go all 30 items, actually there's someone else has added one just in the meantime. Yeah, so there it is there. So essentially, Good versus Evil. If you do want to grab it, you can actually then go and add it to your run. So Began saying, greeting Daz in chat, and saying new run today. Absolutely. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to keep on playing. I'm going to go back and resurrect the Trog Queen that we had, the Orc Queen. And we'll just sort of go and start a new game with her, just so that we don't have to go through the whole rigmarole of setting up a new character. Not that it's big. It's not a big deal. Anyway, we'll just go to a new game. I do like the orcs, or the trogs. So we've got Cyrenay here, who is a summoner. She's got trog blood. These are essentially orcs. Can train juggernauts, fire apprentice, cautious, sovereign bond. There we go. Began's already redeemed the first one. First in, first dead. Not a problem. Brilliant as well. Tactician. Warrior cast and tough is sort of Yithril and through here, Axe Mastery. There's a lot of different stuff. Anyway, let's just go through and just get started rather than going and creating a new character. The game is very RPG sort of oriented if you sort of haven't really come across it before. So we've got the map settings. I'm just going to keep them pretty much on what I had there before. World difficulty, I'll just keep on normal. The AIs, I'll make them challenging, and I'll have more kingdom than empires, which means that there should only be maybe one other empire on the map. I should also show sort of how. No, I think we'll just get into it. There are cheats you can use, and I do recommend that you put them so you can at least get access to them. There are certain things in the game where the balance can be a bit off, and some of the aspects that do come through. There we go. Falcons has got one as well. So Cyrenay knew at an early age that she had uncommon greatness within her friends who caused Cyrenay's sadness. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's just get into it. Now, this is a reasonable start, just looking at where we are. So we've got, if I just zoom right out, can't really tell how big the map is. It shouldn't be all that large with what we're sort of playing in through here. So we've got a few starts here that are good. We've got a couple of 1-5s. Now these are food and production. This has got more production but less food, so less growth. These ones here has got more growth but less production with what we have in this current thing. They're not called essence anymore. I always forget what they're called. They used to be called essence, but they're no longer called that. They're begins with R. I forget what it is. Anyway, that's sort of where we are. We do actually have like a 3-3 with 2 there. What I'm really looking for is the most of these, I'll call them essences. until we find out exactly what it is. Let's just go and settle in through here. So get in that one and through there. And hi TD Unedge and Dust Folios are saying, so excited for this. I bought it yesterday and half expected you to stream it instead of Warhammer. But with that said, I got into Warhammer as well because of your channel. There we go. I'm not really a Warhammer channel as such. It's sort of, I've become much more interested in it recently. But if you've got this game, like you're sing out with any questions, do an @DasTactic. It'll then highlight in red for me. I do miss a lot of comments, guys, so I do apologise for those in advance. Right, so what we end up with when you actually first settle... Oh, by the way, I should point out, if you don't like what you've got, just go Control-N. What it does, the game, like all the Stardock games, do this essentially. If you've got a setup that you've already established, you can... And I might even just show it, although I do like this start, I've got to say. I do like what I'm seeing here. Some good stuff. I think I will... yeah, I should actually show it. I'll go Control-N, yeah, because I mean we don't really know what's around us. So with in fact, I might even go right back out and main menu and then quit, and just go through how you should set up the game. So just so we can sort of just so you can get access to different things. So if we go to your Steam library, get to the actual library itself. Just go to Elemental in through here. And if you just go across to the properties, and then for your under General, under Launch Options, just write the word cheat in there. This will then open up the cheats for you. So you then actually have access to the cheats. And what that does is it allows you to, if the game really gets away from you, like let's just say, for example, there's some spawn of some really dramatically powerful faction that's right next, or not faction, but a group that's right next to you that is threatening your game, you can just kill them off with a few simple little commands. But also it does open up other things as well. Like if you're wanting to even just test the game, maybe I'll even sort of show that. But start that way, just write the word cheat, and you can do that with pretty much any Stardock game. And then you can just Google for a list of cheats. But I guess there's a few good ones. Now, like it's sort of a cheat, but I think the Control-N, which is to start again, that will work no matter what, whether you've got that cheat turned on or not. Let's just go and have a look. Okay, so Chris is saying I messaged you on Discord when you were playing this literally 5 minutes ago, and you're playing it. I can spare 30 minutes to watch. Okay, sorry, Chris. A long time no see, by the way. Yes, it has been a while, and yeah, so it's no, that's cool. Radiance, there we go. Thanks, Dust Folios. I always forget the name of that. They changed it. They changed it from the Essence to Radiance. Essence is a new resource in the game. So if we just go into new game, I'll just go through these little steps at the start. Again, I've already got, she's now the one that I've got set up, which I'll just sort of go and play with that one. By the way, there's two flavors. There's Kingdoms and Empires. Kingdoms are sort of good. Empires are sort of bad. It's not as cut and dry as as some sort of fantasy type games. Like they're not strictly evil, but they do fall into that evil sort of area, I guess. Now, see this one here, we've got a 153. Now, I'd be happy with that, but let's just say I wasn't. I can just press the Control key and N, and it will then just generate a new world for me using all the same settings. It doesn't go back and sort of ask me which faction I want to be playing or anything like that. Now, I do actually have a 242 there. And I would really strongly suggest that you don't play with anything less than 2 Radiance for your first city, and try to find it so that they do actually add up to 7, like this one's only 6. So I'm not really happy with that one. I'd prefer that if that was a 3-4-2, yep, that's okay. You can play it that way, but I just would suggest that you just keep on pressing Control-N and until you get like 7 total in the first group. There we go. Look, we've got 6 there, but 3 there. Now that for me is worthwhile. There's a 7-2. There's a 7-2 there. So I think we'll actually go to the 243. The Radiance ultimately is a massive driver for things in the future with your city. So I'm just going to go to this one here. Now, the thing that we're going to have problems with is when we have a look at this one here. The first little area here is food, and so the second one is production. So production will be okay, but growth will not be okay. So we'll need to sort of address that as we go. But we do actually have the 3 Radiance slots. So Essence is this one here. That's the Essence now, which is the new one. So we'll just go and settle this one. And we're away. We're away. So this is where we are. They have added Steam achievements, I noticed, I think with this current update that weren't there before. A few little things. So we've now got the different Radiance slots as shown above the top. You do want to fill them in as quickly as you can. You can always just go back and re-edit those. So before we sort of go off and do anything with her, we'll just go back into the actual city itself. Before you go to the city. They're for spells. So you use spells on the city to fill those Radiant slots. So I'll just open the spell book. Initially, you got a few different things. I often like to go with an Earth Mage as the very, very start, because they have like a booster right from the very start of the game to actually to use one of those Radiant slots to then be able to pick up other production, so it can enhance the production. In this case, we do have meditation. This one gives me +1 mana per radiance in the Enchanted City. By the way, with the some of these things don't give you per radiance, so try to err on that side if you've got like a lot of radiance. So in this case, meditation doesn't cost anything. We'll cast the spell. I just cast it on the city. And so we now actually have, we've got meditation, we've got mana now coming back through, so mana per turn. You'll see there that the city is now a +3, and then our queen is +1. So we're getting the extra mana, so we can start to make use of that one. And I think the only other one really there is just the merchant, which really won't be all that useful initially. This Merchant's Blessing increases gold production in the city by 25%. There's no reason not to do that one. Now we do actually have Scholar's Sanctum. I would like to get that one as when I can. Now that's 45. We'll be able to get that one next turn if I don't get this. And we've got Heart of Fire here. All units trained in the city get +1 fire attack per radiance, but increases the unrest in the city by 5%. Now that's another one that we'd be wanting to get fairly early. I think we might wait for this one here. We've only got to get 2 turns and then we'll actually have that one. If I go and get this Merchant's Blessing, it's going to cost me 35, which means I'm going to be then a long way off getting this one through here. And at the moment, getting the research done is more important than anything else. Now we can see down through here, we've also got Summon Familiar and Summon Warg. These are 30 mana each to get both of those, which I would like to get. Again, it's sort of one of these things where having the extra fighter with your stack, like we've gone as a summoner, so we end up getting these available right from the very, very start. So, but I think I'll just leave it for like this way for now. Other things we then actually have is we've got like the city is now asleep because there's nothing, we're not building anything. So I can either build or train. I can't do both. So initially I just want to sort of get on top of the building. If we just go to the actual buildings that we actually have. So the cleric is going to give me +2 fame. Fame is here. So the amount of fame your faction has accumulated representing how well known your sovereign is in the world. Earn fame by completing quests, building special improvements like the Tower of Dominion and the Adventurers Guild. So we get a champion at 10 fame. So the cleric is not really going to be all that useful to me. They do reduce unrest as well, actually, by about 5%. So, but initially that one's not really all that great. The merchant, we get +2 Gildar per season. At the moment, you can see we're hardly getting any Gildar. That would be good to actually sort of go and grab that one. The monument, zone of control, just extends the city out, which is another good one. Again, I don't have anything here that I really need to be getting. We've got the monument. We've got the Tower of Dominion. So this one here negates the unrest penalty from the number of cities in your civilization. So ultimately, this is a good one to get We do get +1 growth, and growth is actually the one area that we're actually going to be struggling with in this particular city. So that's a good one to get early for us in this case, and we get +5 fame there as well. So we only get one of those per civilization. The workshop is production per material goes up by +1, and we can have a look to see, what does that actually mean, like in terms of numbers. So we'll have a look at these in just a second. Then we've got demolishing it or clear forest. Down through here is the summary of what we have. So we're getting plus 0.6 Gildar. So we've got 30% taxes. I can raise the taxes, but I don't think I'll bother doing that one. City Gildar is 2, and it's a village, so we get the +2 essentially from there. But we are also things are costing us Gildar as well. I think even she costs us Gildar to have. Research, we've got unrest of 24% in this particular city. Again, getting rid of, finding what the unrest is, we can do that one here. So the taxes are giving us +21, and then the city count, we're getting another +3. So the city count will, if we do build that Tower of Dominion, it will actually then reduce that down to 0. Not that it'll make a massive difference right now. Mana, again, we see the 3 there. This is from just the city itself. Growth is small surplus back and through there. So this one here is only going up by +1, and we really want that to be going up much, much faster than just +1. So if I can get things that will then add to the growth of the city, I will definitely do that, because I do need the city to grow. Production in through here, you can see this one, we're getting +8 per materials, and we have 4 materials, so we get 32, but the unrest is taking 7 away from that. Now, if I go and get a workshop, it goes from 8 to 9, so it's not a massive boost to what we end up having. It produces things a little bit faster, but it's not dramatic. So I think we'll go with Tower of Dominion is what we'll start with, just to get the extra growth. So we'll just go and place that one. Now I can place it where I want to expand into, and I don't think I need to go any. I might just go north, and then we'll end up getting this, ultimately getting this shard back in through there. So we'll just go that one and just click on done. So that's our first one that we then actually have. The monument has come. Yeah, that was already there. That's all right. We will go back into the game. So that's pretty much the start with what we have. Now, there will also be research that we need to go and get. Now, we know that because of our start with the lack of growth, we'll be wanting to go and get things that give us growth. So we end up with restoration will give us the garden, plus 15 food per grain. Now, we only have the 3 grain. So it does give me a boost along, but with the low grain amounts. So it's not fantastic, but it's probably the best thing that we're going to find, to be honest. The bell tower, less unrest. The docks, we don't have access to. This one here provides 30% food and Gildar for the inn. And then we actually have produce wealth as well, just something we can do if we're not building anything. So, I think restoration, we'll go this way and get the garden. Let's go and click on done. Right, so now we just need to start to sort of explore around the place. So she's got some movement points. And we'll just come and do, like, this is a shattered statue. These are like areas where we end up with like little goodie huts. We have different things we have to destroy back down this way. We have quest there. This is a humble inn, which is weak. And again, we've got different groups that we have to then try to go and kill. She may be okay to kill some of these. She does actually have a sword. So she is actually, if we go and have a look at her details, I forget how I'd set her up. So she does have a rusty short sword, 8 attack, -2 initiative in through there. So initiative is how early and how many moves they get during combat. So we will need to be sort of fixing her up a little bit. She's only level 1 at this stage. 33 hit points is not too bad. So she's got 31 initiative. Again, this is sort of like the higher the initiative, the better off she's going to be in terms of combat. Attack is 8, so rusty short sword. Yep, so that's actually reasonable. Accuracy is fine. Spell mastery doesn't really worry us in through there. So let's just go back and have a look Now we do actually have dual axes there. Now this one here does more attacks. If I go and throw that in, so she can actually have the 2 axes. The initiative goes up by 2, and the attack goes up. So that might be a better option for her. The thing with the sword is you can ultimately then use, these are two-handed, whereas the sword you can actually ultimately get a shield, but until we get the shield, the sword is probably not the best thing for us. So armed with the 2 axes, I love that they sort of, the graphics are now, they do sort of show the change to whatever you actually equip on the actual units themselves. We've got lost goods in through here as well. Let's just go and see if we can pick up other loot. Most of what the crates contain have been ruined except for a single item. What is it? It's just bread, which will allow us to heal. We don't need to do that just yet. Now we've got we've got a bandits army down through there. Ultimately, we can sort of just hover. Let's see, they've only got 15 health with all of the different units that are in there. If we go and click on them, we then sort of see what the feral slaves have got, for example. If I can just a control click. If we go click on it and go details, there we go. So we can see that they've got a much lower initiative, attack of only 4. They're equipped with a crude spear here. So it's not going to... Yeah, these have got 4 attack, plus 10 accuracy. They do end up ignoring a little bit of the victim's defense, which we don't actually have any anyway at this stage. They can impale whoever's behind them as well, but that's okay. They've all got the spear, I think. Just go to details. Yep, crude spear. So this is why the total attack is 12. There's a chance I could actually do that one, but let's just go to the Humble Inn. The game is very much a game where you are essentially just going through like a role play aspect with the game. So it's sort of it's much more random quest driven than a lot of fantasy games. Let's just go into here, and so you get these from here, and you do get different benefits. In this inn, you find an earnest young man who explains that he's discovered relics from an ancient battle in a nearby field and is seeking help to dig them up. For the preservation of history, he says, although you can think of a few other uses for ancient weapons imbued with magic. Have him show you the field, so we might as well just go and do that one. You ask him to mark the field. Preserved history and empowered soldiers both serve the realm. So this is... let's go and click on OK, and it's back over here. This field is gridded with string and careful notes. Excavation here will be slow unless you take charge. Right, so there is actually, the quest is here to finish this one off. So this is so we'll head up that way. We won't do any more attack. We won't actually do attacking just yet. Now we got is that turnover? Yeah, it was. We're now in turn 2. Find an item in the wagon's remains, Scathfin. So this is again used for alchemy or darker arts. Now we'll go across the river. Get caught in the river at the start here. Now we've got this is a really high growth area, but no radiant slots. So we do actually have the ability to settle back up into here. These are great, by the way, Twilight Bees. This is actually something where build an apiary here to harvest their honey, which reduces the unrest for your entire faction. So that actually applies to all cities that they're in. And we've got ourselves some prowler. These will spawn as well, by the way, all these different things. Let's just go into the ancient battlefield. So the field is gridded with string and careful notes. Excavation here will be slow unless you take charge. So we need to dig quickly, so we get throwing knives. It's not bad. Dig slowly. What do we get with this one here? Throwing knives as well. Not sure why there's the difference there. Seems to be exactly the same. I don't know what the difference will be. Let's just dig slowly in that case. All right, so you can see there a little quest, a little Steam achievement has arrived in the top there. Just bear with me. I'm just going to... for some reason, my screen is tiny. Is it all okay from your side, guys? I think just the for whatever reason the zoom factor Yeah, it looks to be okay. I'm not sure why the auto zoom in my recording settings was sort of showing that it was just a tiny little screen, but I think we're okay. So Miguel is saying, yeah, actually we saying last time I watched you play a 4X, I bought all the Edge Wonders 4 content and been playing it ever since. Putting wallet away. There we go. This is quite different. This is different to Age of Wonders. Like people will say it's this, it's basically a very similar game. The only similarity is it's fantasy based, but it does play quite differently. So Pierce is saying, wait, who's Brad? Okay, so hang on, I'll just go. We've got Flawless Crystal there as well. These are crafting stuff that we end up getting. We've got a whetstone. All right, so I'm just going to go and click on done. I'm just going to click on OK. Often you don't want to be just clicking on equip because it can actually change what you've got. So you're better off to go back in and then see where those things actually end up going. So it says ask Brad up through here. Yeah, Brad Wardell is there we go, Chris is saying, Brad Wardell, CEO of Stardock. And so this is sort of like a bit, I think it's sort of like takes you to like an AI sort of, helper essentially for the game and up through there. I haven't actually really played with that much, to be honest. So yeah, she's like the tutorial assistant in the game, but I don't even know if it takes you outside the game.
Welcome to Elemental.
Oh yeah, there we go. Just goes you the help files.
The designer of this game.
I'll just close that off. Yeah, so there's a lot of videos that were sort of made for helping people through the game. So that is just basically a tutorial or help. It could just be could just say help. Hi Tenru, how are you going? All right. So anyway, with what we have up through here, we've just gone and done that quest. We've picked up those goodies, and it did say, should we equip them? Now, I tend to go and have a look to see, okay, well, what did we pick up? So we picked up a couple of different things. These are just accessory slots, and so I can just go and apply them. These are accessory slots down through here. So if I go and get the throwing knives, allows the unit to throw knives at enemies within a range of 3. Bang, we'll pop that in there. It's not impacting anything else we're doing. And the whetstone gives me a +3 critical hit chance. So, which I don't think we see up through here. I'll just go and apply that again. It just goes into an accessory slot. So it would have been safe for me to say yes, just equip them. But sometimes you'll end up with equipment that will it'll take away from the other equipment that you already have. So these are the other items again down through here, which we don't equip these. These are they're ingredients for crafting. In fact, so maybe I should show some of these things as well. When you get the crafting side of things, the crafting menu, when you can craft something, there'll be a little red number that will appear down through that side there. At the moment, we can't, of the things that we know, and we do learn things as we go, of the things we know, we don't have enough crafting ingredients. So doing quests and also exploring is very important to be able to then pick up, and actually doing combat as well. You end up picking up all sorts of extras by doing that one. I think what I'm going to do is I don't want to be exploring too far away, and I forget what this one was. The Hurglings are way too powerful for me at this stage, so I'm not going to go up to them. My air shard is now in our zone of control. So I can't build on that one just yet. We need to learn shard harvesting. This is not something that's all that important to me at this stage. So we'll just go and leave that one where that is. Might come back down. We've got a bear down through here. Actually, this is a bandit army, which is just wandering around. I might come down and clear some of these things out. The bear is not something that we want to be dealing with. Not yet, anyway. The bears, we need a lot of dodge to be able to take on a bear. If we go to look at the details, what you'll often find when you actually have a look at the actual different units is that there'll be some abilities. So don't just look at the equipment that they've got. So this one's got 21 initiative. So it means we have a first attack. It does 12, essentially it's got a 12 damage when it does come back through. Its accuracy is 78. But it does have traits, skills, sorry. And so the skills, then it's got this thing called maul. So the unit continues to attack until it misses. Each attack has a cumulative negative 15% to accuracy, which means that it gets as many attacks as it wants until this becomes, until the until it basically either kills whoever it is that they're fighting, or they miss with the accuracy. So the accuracy just goes down by 15 each turn. They're also tough, so +3 hit points per level. So this is something we do want to get rid of, but we're not ready to go for that one just yet. So yeah, always have a look at skills. Actually, probably skills is more important than equipment, to be honest, because the combination of those are really what you're dealing with any of the... do not feed the bears, says PS. Absolutely. So sorry, Watts is saying, hey Daz, do you have any tips about tech trees in this game? Do you focus on single one or go all around? It really depends on and it's again what I quite like about the game. There's no one way through. Like, because we have poor like if we go back into the city here, for example, the actual, if we go to details on the city, this is actually the city itself. So when we picked it up, growth is only 1. This is not good. We need to get the growth up. So this becomes our objective. And so the tech tree approach will be to try to overcome certain things. Now, if we had high growth and we had, we've got 4 materials, which is fine. So these then equate, the materials then end up creating production. The grain, we've only got 2 grain through here. So we've got... only having 2 grain means that the location yield is only basically +2, and then the actual food that we get is per grain, so +25 per grain. So other cities will have, like I think we saw one up there with 6. So you can imagine the growth in that city. It's just going to be through the ceiling. Now, having said that, growth is sort of like an abstract that it doesn't. It doesn't, like if you have too much, it still only has like a limit to how much you can grow, but it does make it easier to grow your cities up. And we do want to grow it up, so that would become the objective. If I had everything sort of thumping along, particularly playing as the trogs or essentially the orcs, I'd then be looking to try to get into more military at that stage. So it will flip depending on where we are in the game. We also need to expand as quickly as we can as well. So we need to start to get settlers particularly now that we've got like a good location up through here. You have to be careful of these guys. These prowlers, it says that they're weak. I'm going to have to kill them off, because if we end up with a city up this way, they could end up they could actually spawn a group and then end up coming over and destroying the city, which we don't want. This is actually where safe scumming in the game is good, and there's another cheat command that you can use, which is Control K. So you basically highlight an army like this, and then just go Control K and kill them off if you're wanting to. Look, there's a 6-3 there. That's a great location there for another city. But eventually that will then sort of trigger these things in through here. So, but again, if you're finding that you end up with something just crazy powerful near you, use the Control K just to kill them off. Hi Silas Genovese, how you going? So is this a reimagining of Fallen Enchantress? It basically is Elemental, Fallen Enchantress, and Sovereign Kings all combined together. So it's essentially it is the original games all being brought together into one big game, but also then remastered, and not just remastered. They say reforged because it's beyond remastering. Remastering sort of usually means changing the graphics up, but this is actually this has been restructured really. So it's got better graphics, but also it's got more better graphics, but also getting all the handshaking between all the older games is actually sort of been really, really well done. It's sort of a game that I was worried it was going to end up being a bit crazy with too many different bits and pieces in it, because Elemental when it launched was a bit like that, but it actually isn't. It's really, really well done. Like it's a great game. Now, what do we get up to? She has got... have we got any more movement? I'll be wanting to sort of maybe just come back around a little bit and see what else we have. Now, in Season 3, this is Turn 3, we're still waiting for the city to build its element. Okay, now it's got Season 4. This one here is too powerful. This one's got massive defenses. So it doesn't have much hit points. But getting through this one is... See how it's medium? Even though it's got less hit points than a lot of the other things that we're seeing. It's just, these are really strong. So we'll be wanting to get a bit of an army together to go and take that one. Let's go and jump across to here again. There we go, we've got a wandering stack. So we'll kill them off. So she's going to have to just go in on her own. Now we have the 56, so we now actually have enough. I should have done this last turn. Let's go back to our spell book. I want to get the Scholar's Sanctum. Cast the spell. I just want to get ahead with everything. So we've now taken up a second Radiant slot in the city, which will then give me a big boost to my research, which will then allow me to start to sort of go and get more and more stuff. Production-wise, we're still okay with what she's doing. Her movement, how much movement has she got? I think she's still got 4, has she? Yeah, 4 movement. So we can go and kill this one off, and then we'll just start to expand down into here a little bit. So these two in here have got 12 total attacks, which is more than what I've got. They don't actually have any defenses. They've got 3 moves, 15 health, hit points all up. So that one there is 5, that one there is 10. And so we can have a look and analyse exactly what's going on. If I go and click on this one through here with the 10, he's armed with a crude club, doing 6 damage, but with less initiative. And just go and click on done, click on this one through here. This one is also armed with a crude club. So we know that we have to get rid of the one with the lower hit points because they're going to both do the same damage. Let's just go in and see how we go. And again, I'll just go and do a quick save here. It's save game. Actually, I just did one there, just there. I did Control S, and that did actually work. So that's fine. We'll just cancel that one and back to the game. And so we're going to. So it says advice is victory is assured in through here. Threat level is weak. We have a lower attack. We have more hit points. But let's just go and go into battle. The battles are simple, like I said, they're very, very simplistic, but they're still functional. Like it's sort of one of these things where, we're like Age of Wonders, for example. They're very complex, the actual battles. Whereas this one, it's just not. So this one here, we can just have a look. This one's got 5. This one's got 10. So we really don't have much. We'll just go across to here and then just do an attack. So just a right click. Didn't quite get the kill. Now we had a second shot there, and that was because of the initiative. And we can see what's happening through here. He'll have a turn at us. Does 5 damage. So we can see that with the initiative, we have 1 attack. They get an attack, then we have 2 attacks. And you can make use of that with your spell casting if you need to. So just keep an eye on what's happening down over this other side. So 5. Now they should have had another attack. I'm not sure why. Sometimes that happens. I'm not sure why that's the case. He dodged, but we get a backswing and he dodged again. Through the throwing knives, we have throwing knives as well. We have 2 attacks in here now. There we go. So it's relatively simple. And you're getting all these Steam achievements, which I haven't seen before. Okay, so we got +8 experience. We need to be getting her getting as much experience as possible. So she's now come through. We've still got 3 moves. Her hit points are lowish. Let's just move through the city. Still got 2 moves. Through here we've got Darklings. Now these have only got 6 total hit points, no armor. So these are going to be fairly weak for us to hit. And then we have a Bandit through there as well. So all of these except for that one there. And there's another wandering stack of Darklings in through this other side. By the way, if they wander into your city, you'll often find, again, if you go to details, you'll then sort of see that we've got like 2 characters that are actually here to defend it. We've got 2 militia. All right, let's go across to here. So they've spawned from this. Tower of Dominion's still 4 away. Quite often it's better to build a pioneer right from the start, or even a military unit. So they stand no chance. We'll just go back and go to battle again. It's going to be very, very simple. She has good movement. I like to get as far away from the other unit as possible. I'm not going to bother checking out to see who's got the... they've both only got 3 hit points. See, she's not very powerful because she's actually a mage. She's not a fighter, but she's doing okay. Now she just leveled up. We now need to pick her path of what she's going to be, and this is an important decision to sort of make. Because I've got her already as a summoner, mage is the most natural thing to then go and choose. So it says, minus 25% mana cost for tactical spells, minus 0.25 tactical spell cost, multiplier in through there. But there's other things as well, like we got assassin. Again, depending on who you're going for, defenders can be good if you're sort of using big powerful guys. Commander will actually give a really big boost to your cities. Mage and then warrior in through here. But anyway, let's just go with mage. We'll choose mage, and that gives her a completely different skill tree than the others. With what we have, we can now move into there. Darkling defeated. They've now wandered off up this way. And we found a scroll to summon an air elemental in battle if we want it. Now, they're just wandering around. They won't really bother us. We're going to be able to sort of deal with them. Our health has come down a little bit, and we just need to keep on sort of building up. So we'll just keep on doing this one here. Just go to battle yet again. Hills and things like that don't really matter in the game at all. I'll talk once we sort of get into more complex battles. I'll do a little bit more talking about what goes on there. Bandits have collected a small toll from previous victims, so we end up with extra gold and fame. Now the fame we're up to 4, and the Tower of Dominion is going to give me 5. So we're getting close now to being able to get the next hero. So we'll just keep on going that way. There we go. We've unlocked Restoration. We've now got the garden, so we can actually now go and start to build that one. So looking at where we are, like civics is often a good one just because it does end up giving you income. If we go to the warfare tab, we started off with training anyway, so we can actually have extra armies. Like our armies can be bigger than standard. Leather working is a good one as well, just to sort of end up getting leather armor and wooden shields, etc. But initially in Magic, we can get the shard harvesting if we wanted to go and build on that air shard. But we've got too many other things to build, so this is not urgent for me. I'm thinking civics is actually now the most important thing for me. You can see that with the increased research abilities that we've now got, we're actually able to get these very, very quickly. Let's go and click on done. Now we leave this one. I could show you what this would be like. We've got more hit points than it, but we don't have the dodge. Like our actual abilities here, if I just sort of go down to, actually we can't sort of see it there. If we just go back to equipment, that will then sort of show me what she does actually have. So this is all her skills. None of these are actual combat skills that we actually have. So we have 0 dodge, and we need this to go and fight bears. We need to basically have pretty high dodge or a bigger army. There's more of these guys as well. Wow! Look at the. There's a group of them. There's 3 of them in there, so they're going to be a problem. Fruit grove in through there. That would be really cool. So build an orchard here to increase the grain in your city. So this one would actually end up, if we can expand it down this way, getting hold of that one will then increase the grain, 1 more grain for the actual city itself, which is actually going to be really, really important for us. Tower of Dominion, if we have a bit of a look at the... Yep, no, that's okay. We'll just let that one continue on. She's still got movement. We'll just go and pick up the loot. Primitive dagger. This only does 4 damage. Again, if I go equip, I then replace the axes that I have, which I don't want to do. I've still got 2 moves. Let's go and attack these guys. So you can see they're all wandering around in here. We have to just keep on top of this. 1 more turn and then we get the Tower of Dominion. So we'll now just go and kill off this one. You can see this one's got a bit more hit points than what the others had before. We've still only got 31 hit points ourselves, so it's still a bit damaged from previous attacks. This one's probably worth having a look to see who's got what. This one's got 10, that one's got 5. Yeah, so again, we have an imbalance between what they actually have, but we can sort of see they're only armed with clubs. Advice, so the outcome is uncertain. This battle could go either way. So it's a dangerous outcome, but I can't, actually they've got swords. Let's have a look and see. Do they have swords? Details. Oh no, crew club. Look, I think I'll still take it. Now, we don't actually have combat spells that will be useful just yet. We're still, I could actually even just wait until we can get a Shadow Warg to come in and help fight. I might do that. I might just sort of sit back and just ignore that for a second. Maybe we'll just go over this way, have a bit of a look around, see what else there is. So yeah, we need to build up our army, really. That's going to be quite important. They may attack us, yeah. So Cyrenae is under attack. So I will actually just go to battle. Now I do actually have a skill here that we end up having where I can actually go and actually I can bring a Shadow Warg in here anyway. I've got 31 mana now. This one will only be for the battle though, which is not all that great. We have Burning Hands. We can go Berserk because we're Trogs. Escape. This is actually something I can do. So all units flee from the battlefield. So I can actually use this. So I can actually go and get away from here if I do need to. This one here is the 5. Let's go and kill this one off. And just see how we go. There we go. He's down. That gives us a big advantage, and again, because we've got the high initiative, we do get all these extra hits, so really shouldn't be all that much of a problem for us. We dodged. Bang. So we didn't even take any damage that time. So she gets more experience. Now the city has now finished building, so the construction is now completed on the Tower of Dominion. So that was in a city event. So we can now go in and either build or train. In this instance, I now want to... We're only one fame away now from getting other things. Let's go back to train, because there's a few things we can get right away. So you'll see that I've got certain things in through here that are grayed out, or that I can sort of build back in the city if I do need to. Some of these I think I've built myself, but like as in I've sort of designed them up in previous runs. The militia is actually very, very cool. This one actually is a nice simple one to get started with. So a peasant armed with a crude club. So these you can actually ultimately deck out slowly over time. The pioneer though will allow me to pick up. So I think I might start with a militia, then get a pioneer. So let's just go and train that one up. So 3 turns, and then we get at least another fighter for her, which will be good. Thanks for the subscription there, Orangutan's Library. That's very, very much appreciated. Sorry, I'll keep on going. So Smash Wall Dev is saying, say I'm the developer behind Panzer Deck, a tactical card game. If you have a moment to check it out and share your feedback, I would appreciate it. You can send me an email. I don't tend to play, if it's a card game, I don't tend to play card-driven games very much at all. And also, I'm going to be away for 2 weeks as well, so I won't be looking at anything. So I really will be sort of out of action for a little while. What I look for in games is I look for procedural generation, so that for high replay value, and sort of strategic aspects to it. So full like actual. Almost like war game type stuff. So they're the things that I do like. So if the game sort of fits those bills, then that's what I do actually do look for in games. I hope that helps. Good luck with it, by the way. I'm just going to grab myself a drink of water. Be right back. Yeah, I get a lot of emails every day, actually, with different games, so I'm pretty bad at responding back. So Jason's saying, hey Daz, if I was an enjoyer of Fallen Enchantress and Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes, is there any draw to this beyond a graphic update? Yes, there is. This one does actually do a lot more. There's a lot more content than Fallen Enchantress had in it. There is actually a post that was put up before the game came out. Actually, I might show it because I find it really, really useful when this question does come up. So if I just go back into, there we are, playing a previous version. Actually, I'll just make sure that's paused. Pause that as well. If you go into the community hub, and it should be sticky still, I think, discussions. So there's a few pinned things in through here. Which one is it? It might be this one here, what's new. I know it's one, yeah, this one here. This one goes through what Reforged has got and what the other ones had. And so I'll just quickly run sort of through these different sorts of things. So the old ones were all 32-bit, which sort of limited what they could actually bring in. So even though they had sort of like broader design objectives for the game back when it was when they were first developed, particularly with Elemental. This is the first Elemental, the War of Magic. And so, but they couldn't actually add it all in because it was just the 32-bit just wouldn't allow it. Also, it wasn't multi-core. So essentially, the big difference with Elemental Reforged is that they could go back in and realize all their, I guess, their goals that they had for the original games, and because they've got multi-core and 64-bit. Other things that are important, they've actually now split things off so that the languages are actually very. You can actually sort of have like many languages. They've taken a lot of the stuff was hard coded in the code. Like I think even the like all of the text and things was just part of the actual code itself, which meant that they couldn't split it off. So they took it all apart. They did a lot of work actually, and I did actually have, for my own benefit, had a look at see what was exposed now in this game for modding, and so they've now got a thing where you can actually build, even with your mods, you can actually have localization with all the different mods, which wasn't part of the original game. So this, they're all just a fantasy world, etc. So that's still the same, tactical battles, campaign, etc. Things like so they've just sort of added everything else in. Terraforming was part of the original game. That was the thing that did worry me, to be honest. It was going to get crazy because it was crazy in Elemental, but it's not too bad in this game. It's not bad at all. The Essence system, which is against really the Radiant system now, is in through here, which was not part of the other games. Actually, it was to a degree, I thought, from what I can remember. Actually, no, Essence. This is different again. Essence is actually what happens with your heroes. What else have they got in through here? So if you're looking at Fallen Enchantress, this is probably the one, this column in through here. They got rid of a lot of things from, like, a lot of things ended up leaving Fallen Enchantress just because they couldn't do it, like Royal Dynasties, Champion Breeding. These are all stuff that's in part of the game. Crafting was part of Sorcerer Kings, which is now part of the game as well. Steam Workshop support, none of them actually had any of that. So and building mods is actually much more easy now than what it was before. Again, the visuals, so the visuals were improved, but that's only a minor thing. Quests and like points of interest, I guess, you got greater than 500, whereas the others had like a lot lower numbers. Monster types over 250, and the DLC then adds more, so we're getting a lot more golems and things with the new DLC. And then we've got, it says it's got 3 story-driven campaigns. I don't tend to ever play those, so I couldn't even tell you what they are, to be honest, because I was just not interested in that. Global Inventory, so this is something that was, again, part of Sorcerer Kings, which just allows you to build at any point that you do need. That sort of works in with the crafting system and the enhanced quest support. So that's sort of just a very quick rundown as to what you do get. And with the changes that they then made to the base game in terms of sort of opening up things with XML, it makes it very easy to mod if you're a modder. So you can actually sort of end up, like, I built a small mod. In fact, I'm playing with it right now to make it so that when I do come across the opposite factions, they're going to be much more aggressive with me than what the base game has got. So, and modding is really simple because of what they've exposed, whereas before it was a bit more closed off. There was less sort of things you could actually see in through there. Anyway, I hope that helps. Have a quick drink again. Okay. All right. So Miguel is saying, how would I think it means generational character storytelling, CK3 or Reforged would fit Age of Wonders 4. I'm not sure. Age of Wonders 4 is not that sort of game. This one here, you do have stories. You do actually have your family. So you've got, like, for example, we're still too early into it. Actually, where is it? Dynasty. There's our Dynasty in through here. So she's just on her own right now, and so she doesn't have anything else. She doesn't have a partner or anything. That will come later in the game. So she can then have marriages. She can actually then end up with kids. The kids can then become heroes as you play the game. So you end up with a much richer Dynasty in the game itself. And again, that was not part of Fallen Enchantress, with what we ended up going through there. Now we've got Orangutan Singing Dwarf Fortress. I'm not sure what you mean with that one. There's a weird chart though, since the Essence system was definitely in. That was different. This is they've called it Radiance here. And so the Radiance was part of Fallen Enchantress, but Essence wasn't. Essence is this. Essence represents your sovereign's connection to the magical forces of the world. And this is something that you have to decide how to spend it. And this is the limits you then actually have on things, for example, like the number of heroes that you can bring in. Now, we're only one fame away from bringing in a hero, so we'll just go and finish off and clean up one of these, and then we'll sort of get a hero in. But this is this is what it means by essence, not, sorry, that one there. It means that, not Radiance. Radiance was definitely part. Radiance was called Essence. So it is different. Just go back across into here. I think we've got bandit camps again. So this one here is Feral Slave Army. This is weak. We should be okay with this. Now I do actually have 31. I've still got one more move here, so I can go and take this one on. So I think we'll smash through this one. I don't think there's anything there that we need to really concern ourselves with. They do have spears. Just do it again, just a quick save, just in case we need to. So, yeah, victory is assured, it's telling us in through here. Let's go to battle. Alright, this is good. When we get choke points like this, it's nice. And, so that's all I can do there. I'll just go and press space. Now, if we had the sword, she'd have a retaliation strike, but she doesn't get that. 5 hit points, 5 hit points. Dodged. But we got the backswing because of the axes. She's got a second shot, so we'll kill this one off as well. Or the backswing didn't work that time. As we do different things, you'll see that this little blue bar comes up. And what that is like initiative. Where is it? Sorry, it's not initiative. It is stamina. So stamina we can use then to spend on different things. So some of these will actually then cost, this cleave costs 3 stamina. So launch a 10 attack at 3 adjacent enemies. So I can actually sort of go and click that one there and hit these one or this one here and hit both of those. So I'll just go and spend the stamina to do that, and that then just killed them off. So that's good. We've got that one up there. So she's just got more experience. She's just gone up another level. Just go and click on done. And this is all the stuff that we picked up. So we end up with a bastard sword. Now I'm going to switch over right now because I've got a reinforced kite shield as well. So this now changes things a lot. Copper chainmail shirt. Less initiative but better defense. And so this is a massive find here. And 1 footman's sword in through there as well. 10 attack. Plus 1 counter attacks. The bastard sword is just 13 attacks. The footman's sword, yeah, that's 13 attack. This one here, the counter attacks is the thing when we get a shot back. Let's just go and click on done. and choose a trait back through here. So now we have to start to choose, because we've gone up and we're now level 3. I can do different things. Now I do actually have healer, so +3 to the army's health regeneration per season. I'd like to get that one pretty early. I also like to get potential, +15% experience. If I go to the mage tree though, we end up with a +25 experience, like with knowledge. So that's actually a better one to grab straight away. So I think I'll throw that one into the mix initially. And then we'll start to sort of work those out. We've got a minor mana potion, healing potion. New technology has now been researched as well. Just open up the research tab. I might as well just go with knowledge, I think. There may be other things that we actually want, like agriculture. Provides +2 grain. Yeah, actually that's a good one. Let's go that way. Again, we're trying to overcome the lack of mining. Layer cleared, and we've got the apprentice's focus crystal. So this one here is +10 spell mastery. Again, I can equip it because I know where it goes. But if we've now got champions available because we just got to 10 in through here. So the first one is going to be Began. He's already got the first one allocated. So who have we got? We've got Crawl Gravehands and Moraf the Robber. So these will come from different groupings. No specialisation with either one of these at this stage. This one here has got the Earth. This is the Earth Apprentice. This is no matter what. This is the one I want to get because of the Earth Apprentice. And you can see there it's got enchanted hammers. It adds +1 material to the city. That's what I want to get. So abilities here, it's Trogs. This one here is Cracks Blood. So this is like a different type of. So this one here is Cracks is. What sort of they relate to. Trogs are orcs, basically. And then we've got Revenge. Yeah, so let's go with Crawl. Recruit Crawl, Gravehands. So that's good. And this one we're going to be renaming. More actions, rename. And so this will be Began. So Began was our first DasDemption claim. So if Began gets killed in combat, then Began gets banned from chat. That's the way it works. So we can now sort of add these together. So Began has got 3 moves. This is going to slow us down a little bit. She's only got 2. Just move Began across. They then become an army together. Let's go back now to the equipment and see what we've actually picked up. So we picked up all this incredible equipment in through here. So we have to figure out, do we want her to have this, or do we want, we can go to Began as well. Like if we just go across to Began. Began's got the dual axes as well. I think I'm better off using these new swords that we've got. We've got the Bastard Sword and then the Footman's Sword. Now Began has got 25 hit points, which is less. Initiative of 23. So he doesn't have anywhere near the initiative that Serenade, I think her name is. What's her name? Yeah, Serenade. So Serenade has got much, much higher initiative, which I'd like to sort of keep things going here. This one does give +4 dodge, +15 defense when defending. Shield bash, not to victim. Yeah, okay, this one's good. So let's just go and throw that one into the mix. It's two-handed, so now the sword, this is why when you go and just do it, it will often make changes. If you don't come into the actual equipment tab, you'll often find that there's things here that you don't really want. Now, we've got the dodge there. I think I'm going to give her the Footman's Sword with the counter-attacks. So let's go and throw that one in there. And we'll go to Began, and we'll give Began the other bits and pieces. So we'll give him the Bastard Sword, which is only one-handed. We do actually have this one here, Copper Chainmail Shirt. We need to have Chainmail proficiency to be able to use that. So unfortunately, Began doesn't have any actual defense. So but he does have the Bastard Sword, which will do big damage. All right, let's go and get these ones leveled up. And we'll make Began into a fighter, I think. But we already now have, with what he's actually just brought in, he's brought in some earth magic. So if we go back into the spell book, we now actually have enchanted hammers. So it adds +1 materials to the city, which will just help with production, basically. So let's go that way. Cast spell. Still don't have enough to bring in a warg just yet. This one here now is only, it's going to be very weak compared to what we have through here. So Mr. Worth has redeemed one as well. Began is in every game, says Mr. Worth. Yes, he is. Okay, so actually Jason was in saying in Fallen Enchantress, cracks were the only people who could understand how to use a shield and spear together. Oh, okay. So Essence is sort of equivalent to Age of Wonders 4 Imperium. It's more personal than that. It really just comes down to the actual sovereign. So it's not sort of like it's not a civilization-wide aspect. It really is just she's in charge, and so she will use that for different upgrades and things. Mainly to do with her dynasty, ultimately. All right, the bandits army. Back in through here, we can take this one on. So we'll just go back to battle now. And we can see down through here, Began has started back over here. The other one is, and she's actually started back over this other side. So we'll just go and clean these out. Nice and simple. Now Began. Take that location. Let's press space. So she gets another turn, then the two bandits then get a turn. I'll just put her in the middle because she's got the protection now. So she now has got 5 defense. Now she'll respond. The critical, and that was the that's the retaliation strike. Began takes a bit of damage. Revenge. Yep, there we go. Big attacks. So we need to get these guys just with more and more combat. As much as we can do. New suitors await. So here we go. This is the dynasty system. So we'll go and have a look and see who's who with what we want to do. So if we go to marriage, these are the 3 that sort of came up. Now this will cost me, so you can see that these require fame, like 16 fame. We're only on 10. Brennan is 20 fame, and Tuan is 18 fame. And through here, these are actual kingdom people. So these are actually not. Krax is an evil is from the evil, more evil sort of factions, and Mansa is from the kingdoms. So in this case, I can't do anything here anyway. So I'm just going to go back. Click on done because we don't actually have the fame to marry them off just yet. Now we've got a Tuatha here. I don't want to be doing those sorts of things, but I do want to go and keep on getting the more of these ambush defeated. Okay, so we end up picking more gold, Quendar wine, and we still have 2 more moves. Let's just move back across. Okay, Cyrene is now under attack by these Darklings, and this will be very, very easy for us. So the combat is really quick. Now you can see there, when we first start, the initiative, sorry, not the initiative, the stamina that we have is only 2, which means I can't do some of the other things that we could do. Like different weaponry will give me different skills as well. And then Began. So with Began, I didn't think he had dodge. I forget how we can see his skills. I think if I double click him here, does that do it? Skills, no, you can go berserk. Oh, it's the image, yeah, clicking on the image. So in this case, we can sort of see, what he's got. Like he actually doesn't have any dodge, so he's got 0 dodge, 0 defense at this stage. So we need to get him leveled up. There he goes. So we'll just take these easy battles to start with. We have 33. I can now go and add a shadow warg if I needed to. In fact, we don't need to. Here's the militia party. So we now have militias that I can then use these to help fight as well. These have got 33 hit points. They're equipped with just very, very basic things. I can change their equipment. So these were just formed. If we just go back to equipment. So I can replace what they've got. This club, 6 attack, -4 initiative. Their initiative is only 16, but I can give them rusty short swords, or I can give them dual axes. I might give them those, I think. We also have the primitive dagger. But if I go and throw that in there, they now become even better than, like, they're still just militia, but they're already sort of on the way to becoming quite valuable. Let's go and clear out this thing over here and also get ready for the next one up this way. So we'll just go and place that one in with her. So there's no more movement for that group. I don't think I'll worry about bringing in a warg at this stage. And the city, what I do need to now do is go and get a pioneer unit to be able to then go and pick the next one. So I'll just go and train one of these up. And we're now to the next phase. This will be easier than this, so we'll go up and start to do that one. So we've got ourselves a little army now. So we should be fine against the Prowlers. The Prowlers may have other abilities. If we go back to skills, actually they don't have any other skills. So it's not too bad. Here we go. So they do have 16 attacks. Just go to battle. I can't reach them in time, so I'm just going to sit back and back there will do. They've got high initiative. Now with these axes, there's 3 of them. They'll actually then do a lot of damage. No, only 7. Forget I said that. Move this one down to here. Go, good hits. There we go. So when you've surrounded a unit or you've got units around it, they do actually help with the hitting, and they help with the damage and also the 2-hit aspect. If you guys want to grab my attention, just do an @DasTactic and it will then sort of show up, like if you sort of have an actual question. I might read through the comments in just a second. So anyway, that's all good. Militia took a little bit of damage, but nothing much. Here we go. So Began now gets to choose his path. And I'm thinking with Began, Defender is a good one, but Warrior as well. Masters of Weapons and the Brutal Art of Battle. It's much more Orc-like to go this way. I think we'll go Warrior. So Began the Warrior. So we've claimed that area. Lair cleared. So Prowlers drag something back to their den. Yep, which is going okay. The Codex of Holstein, so a lesser book of spells and a discussion of the channeler's technique. It's probably written by Holstein himself and widely believed to postdate his death by several centuries. And so this one should give us a +1 spell mastery, so I'll just go and use that because that's just going to add to our basic skill set. A little bit damage. Everyone else is now sort of picking things up, which is good. This here looks to be a special area of the map, so let's just avoid that one. There may be units that do ultimately come back out of those. Now this one here has still only got the 1 in it, so I'll just do a quick save and then we'll check out and see if we can actually kill this thing off. This will then make this a bit more secure at the top here. Actually, sorry, before I do that, let's just read a few more comments. Began saying, I cheat and cheese at most games, but for some reason I never use the cheats in this one, no matter how hard it gets. Figuring out how to beat the impossible makes you better at this one. Yes, I don't know, some of the actual groups that you get can be crazy. Like if you get a big stack of these next to one of your cities, like I will cheat with that. This one I think will still be okay. They stand no chance. Yeah, this is good. We'll just go to battle. We still have to be careful. So, now if they're going to come in, if I double click them, we can then sort of see what they've got. Only 6 hit points, but they do actually have a lot of defense. Like a hell of a lot of defense. Which means we're going to be just plinking away at them a little bit. Skill-wise, they've got nothing much there. It really is just the defense is the big deal. Yeah, 1. That's about all we can really expect. 2, that was good. Another 2. Okay, this isn't too bad. There we go, we got it. Yeah, I was really worried about it, and it was easy in the end. Okay, so this is actually going to be giving us experience, I think. Yeah, 15 experience, we'll use that. And so she's now gone up another level. We've already got the first mage one, and so this is going to make her go up even faster again. If we go into the general slot and through here, we've got quick, +1 initiative is always useful. Healer is going to be super useful, but I'd still like to get the experience, but I think we'll go healer in this case. By the way, as you go past this one here, the ruler gets this one in this other side, in a radiance. They get +1 essence back, so it goes from 10 to 11, just so that they can, spend it a little bit more because it's so valuable. Layer cleared, breaks 2. So we're getting all of these different crafting things. We still can't craft anything though. Dynasty, you can see the little 3 there, indicating that we've got 3 different units. We're up to 14. Still not really good enough just yet. This is a Quendling army. 51 damage is what it actually does do, which is a bit much at the moment. I mean, we can take it, but then we've got a lurk down through here as well. This is considered medium. Go to details and go to skills. It's got a heap of stuff it can do. It's vulnerable to lightning. Yes, initiative is low. Attack is high. Look, I think we could sort of take it on. Again, we could just give it a go and just sort of see what happens. There's our now what I want to do is I want to go to this big growth area. Now, not that I don't get to use that in anything much, but it'll allow me to then get a big town where I'll be able to just generate a heap of money ultimately. Okay, so just do a quick save here, and in we go. I think on this next turn. All right, we'll do that one afterwards. We need to go back into the city. So the city, we do need to just keep on now building things up. So we'll just go back in and go to build. So we've got the garden, which will then give me food per grain of +15. The bell tower is going to give me less unrest. I mean, I could even go and get another militia force, which would be good. If we go back to training. So the Grey March ultimately are not that much different to the militia. These cost a lot more materials. Hit points 9. I've got grey spears down in through here as well. These ones have got different abilities like iron skin, chainmail proficiency, fast. Actually, they're not bad at all. The Grey March are effective against well-armed enemies. That's 9 seasons to get that though, so I think I'll leave that one alone. We don't have group sizes just yet. Just go back to build. And And I think we'll grab the garden. Does take a long time. I might just get the merchant initially. Message from Lurk. And we will settle here. Now I think that means it's technically connected, which I'm not sure about there. So anyway, we'll just go back into build in through here. And so in this case, we can actually build a pier. Food per grain +5. Again, food is going to be crazy here. Like we're going to be able to do so much. The monument, actually I can just go into here. This one here, I will actually go and get the apiary built straight away. Can I do that one straight away? Yeah, build. Just go back and change that one around. Just so we get the apiary first. That was just going to help with the unrest everywhere. It's nice to get those. Alright, here we go. So we'll just do a quick save, just in case I've somehow really missed something that these guys can do. I don't think we have any real problems. It's like a demon. Well, that was easy. Yep, that's good. Okay, so rare looks to infuse with pure magical energy that permanently increases the drinker's essence by 1. Well, that's definitely... you can see we've lost 1 essence for some reason. I don't know what that would be for. Yeah, I'm not sure what we lost that one for, actually. It doesn't tell you the game, so I'm just going to go and use that just to get that back up. Oh, the cities. Yeah, that's what it is. The cities cost you an essence to bring them in. Which sort of then now forces you, rather than having rampant cities everywhere, you have to really consider how you spend your essence. And cities do cost that 1 essence to establish. Okay, Skeleton was guarding us burial goods. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We got a Shadow Dagger. It's 9 attack, +3 initiative, +1 counter attack, so you ignore 66% of the victim's defense. That's very, very, very good. So in this case, I'm just going to click on OK, but still just go into the equipment. And that's 10. This Shadow Dagger is 9, but does give me better initiative. So I'm going to throw that one across. And just being able to get through the resistance, it may be better giving that to Began ultimately, once we sort of become more of a spellcaster. Initially we're using her for doing this sort of work. We're getting close to getting the next upgrade as well, I think. 25 is when we get the next one, but we can start to sort of do more than what we were doing before. She's still got 1 more move. Let's go and take that. Alright, that's good. And yep, some merchant coming in too there. Yeah, that's going to just give me the Gildar's going up slowly, but just not a hell of a lot. Found an item, soldier's gloves. This is again, I know that she's not wearing gloves, so this will give me +5 accuracy. That will be good for her. So we'll actually go and grab that. Now, going through the forest is slow going, and we'll take these wolves. What are they? They're medium. They do actually have an ebon wolf in through here. Then just some basic wolves. These have got high initiative. All right. Well, yeah, these cities are still operating. We shall pay a price. So it's saying that we one more of our companions may fall. Let's just think about this. If we do go in, there's 4 of them. It's going to be in a forest area. talking about Began. That's what they're talking about. Began won't make it out alive. He's only got 27. Let's change things up a bit. Let's go and change it around. So we'll just go to the equipment here. Let's ditch the reinforced kite shield and we'll give that to Began. That way her hit points should still be okay. You can take this one. And I'm thinking I give the shadow sword to Began as well because he should do more damage. Yeah, so he's going to ultimately end up having better attack. So if I go back to the to her what she's got there, Shadow Dagger. If I get rid of that and then give her back the Footman's Sword, maybe, because she doesn't have the attack that she has isn't going to be all that powerful, whereas Began's will be ultimately. The Bastard Sword with 13 attack. You can see he's getting an extra attack in through there as well, with the physical attack bonus. But this one here, getting the extra initiative now gets him up to 26, which will give him double attacks at different times. And he now has the defense. He's got a bit of dodge as well, so dodge and defense. This will give him survivability. So I think that sort of works. I need more dodge. There we go. Because he will ultimately be a frontline fighter for us. So we'll click on done. Alright, let's give this one a crack and see if that's going to work. Did we get everything we needed with her? There's nothing else that we can actually put on. It would be cool if we could get the copper mail shirt on one of the other guys. Alright, in we go. Let's do a quick save just in case I really screw this up. The day shall be ours. There we go. Oh, no, there we go. Some of our soldiers may fall in the fighting. Well, we'll just be careful. So the way it's going to work is that she'll get a go. Actually, all of our guys will get a go before the wolves do, I think. It's funny because I thought the wolves had much higher initiative. If I double click them, initiative is only 20. What's these guys? 21. Okay, that's why they go first. Alright, so we've got this one's only got 3 hit points. The Ebon Wolf is going to be the one that's going to be the problem. 11 hit points there. So we'll just sort of work our way through. Yeah, critical hit, that's good. Yeah, so the Ebon Wolf has come around to attack Began, and Began has already gone in with his attack. There's no defense there anyway. Dodge, retaliation, and we do need to clean this one up and protect Began. Yep, there we go. That's the dangerous one out of the way. They don't like Began. In every game, they all attack Began. What is it, Began, about you that games tend to... there we go. We got through that one pretty well. Level up there for Began as well, which is good. So we'll just go and click on done. So in general amounts, again, the experience would be good. Momentum, lethal, endurance plus 10 hit points. Chainmail proficiency, we've got to be level 4 to get that one. So as soon as we can get that one, I'll get it. Let's just go with more experience. Alright, that's good. And we'll just go and take that slot. And we'll bones litter the camp. Yeah, there we go. So we've got another +1 fame. That's okay as well. We'll just keep all of those things until we need them. That one's strong, and I'm not really up to being able to do strong missions just yet. This one here, I still think I could do it. I think I'll wait till I got one more stack, one more unit back in through here. I think we'll take that bear on now. So, do we build or do we train these? I do need to get this growth up. Growth is now 2. Yeah, Tower of Dominion is giving me the extra growth. I'll go with the garden. I want to extend further north. Okay, we've now got agriculture as well. We'll open up research. And knowledge. Yeah, let's go and grab that one as well. Just get our sort of like the initial things rather than the military. We'll do the military after we get established. Here we go. We can now do some crafting. We've now got another suitor. This one only has requirements of 12 in there. Mansa Blood, Lawmaster, Devout. +1 mana when stationed in the city. Fire Apprentice, Intelligent. +1 research when stationed in a city. That's not bad. So we're only getting 3 research. That'll take it up to 4. Ambitious, Mansa, Master of Arms, +1 of the army's initial critical chance. So he'll be out in the field. Brennan. This one here we can't do. Hero we can now. Defender. You know, I think I'm going to go with Kalen. We'll start here. So the Mansas are actually a good kingdom, like they're, but this is fine. We'll propose. Now the money here is, I'm not sure what that's going to cost us gold-wise. You sure you want to marry, yeah, it's costing you 1 essence, so it'll go from 10 to 9. We'll go yes. So he is now here. I'm going to keep him back in the capital, so keep him sort of away from the actual fighting. So he's already in here now, and he will then give us, well, there's our big boost to research. So we're getting extra research from having him there, which is great. He will level up anyway, just slowly, where he is. We don't have to have him in with the army to get the level ups. We also now have crafting as well. So certain things that we've been able to get. So we've got like the minor mana potion we can actually now go and do with things we've found, and a minor healing potion back into here as well. So that's all fine. In fact, I can make 2 of those if I needed to. But I won't do that just yet. Alright, so we've got all those where they are. We'll just end our turn here. Actually, previously I was naming the different characters. What I might do is for Mr. Worth and also for Falcons, because they're the other 2 that have named them. I think when I start to get better units, I'll just name them after the units. I don't know about the militia. These militia ultimately will be good in the long term, but yeah, maybe I don't know. Falcons, are you happy to be this group of militia? Because they should survive, and they should just get stronger and stronger as the game progresses. So they won't be super powerful at the end game, but they'll be good all the way through the mid game. Yeah, being saying dodge is the best skill. Yeah, it is very cool. Okay, there we go. So Falcons is saying yes to that one, and Mr. Worth, when we get another stack, I'll give you the new stack that does come. Falcons, what should we call it? Falcons Force. That'll do. All right. So if they get killed, then Falcons will be banned. So Jason's saying need to ping Frogboy to make the soundtrack funkier after marriages happen. All right, so let's keep on going. And construction was completed on the merchant back down this way. The apiary is still being built. This is taking a long time. We don't have a real lot of production up there, but the growth will ultimately, this will become a nice big town. Everything else is going well there. A Darkly army we can take on. Let's go and do it. she's out on her own up this way. So how are they getting past there? It might be because it's only a single character that they can actually walk around him, but quite often they can't do that. If it's full on stacks, they get in each other's way. Alright, that's good. Nice and simple at this stage. Oh, hang on, have we still got another one? Oh, we do too. Alright. So I'm just saving up the mana at this stage. I won't bother getting shadow creatures just yet. Here we are. Job done. Fanatics. Okay, we'll change your name to Fanatics. New technology research. Yep, so now I've got knowledge. We'll open up the research. This is good. We're sort of rattling through these. Trading gives us a few little things. One thing we want to be doing, though, is finding these +1 army size. Economics is a long way off. So there's a few of them. There's one there. Where's the other ones? Army size. It's actually it's the group size that we want to have bigger. Is it the previous one? Oh, there it is. There, group. So can train groups of 4 units. So these are this is what we're looking for, not so much the army size. And then logistics gives me 5 units. So these become almost multipliers for stuff. Administration, festival, town hall is a good one. You know, I haven't really needed these. I might just go back to warfare. Just get leather working. And we'll clean out these little things. We're cleared. Now that one's strong. That's going to be difficult. What's the damage though? Damage is only 9. The bear. Alright, let's try the bear. Again, this is where dodge is super important. The maul is not going to be fun. Yeah, Began gets a shot there. We'll see how we go. He's going to pick on Began, I'm sure of it. Began does have dodge. Ooh, that was nice. Dodge, good. Good, the dodge actually worked. Only got 1 shot on him. There we go. We got there in the end, so that was good. It's always a worry because they can just keep on mauling their way through. Got wolf pelts. I mean, you end up with... I should check out what's down this way, but I'm thinking I try this one and just see how we go. See if we can actually take it on. In terms of... We do actually have some healing. I don't know if we can take that during the combat. We'll just go back to Began. So we do have bread. I think we can... Yeah, we can only just use it when we're doing stuff. I think we might make a healing... there's some healing potions. Okay, that gives me 2 of those. Done. I don't know if we can equip them as such. No, they're just going to be there. But we can use them during combat, I believe. So Began will need them. He's at 27 points, so he should come good next turn. No city events. All right, here we go. This will be interesting. They stand no chance is what it's saying, even though they're strong. Our attack is so much better, but their defense is so much better than ours as well. 6 points, 6 points, 6 points. Yeah, let's just go to it. We did well last time. Now the trouble here is, she does not have the dodge. Began's got the dodge, so I think I'm going to have to put Began in the middle. Unfortunately, I can only get one of these. Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to attack 2. This will be... We'll see if Began can actually survive this. Not bad. Yeah, they're only doing low damage. Nice. That's unexpected. Oh, that's right, because his sword breaks through the defense. Oh, like 66% of the defense disappears. We'll kill that one off. Thought we'd have a harder time here. That's good, the shield blocked. Got it. Great, okay, that's good. We've got level ups all the way around. Got a rusty helm as well. With what we end up having through here, first aid unlocks, this one is very, very useful, so I'm going to go and grab that one. Padar prayer scroll, so it's okay, we'll just... oh, I didn't mean to equip it. Anyway, let's we'll have a look and see what that is. Just going to go and click on OK. Stone Mace. The lower initiative is not what I want, so I'm just going to click on OK. We can give those to the other ones. We've got a rune tablet. So this one here is reading this from tablet improves your spell resistance. I will actually use that. Now, our first city has actually leveled up. No, yes. Is that the one? Hang on, I've got to find out which one it is. Yeah, that's it there with the radiant slots. So I want this one to be a fortress, because ultimately we're going to switch these out when we start to build up the bigger armies and actually end up getting all these extra bonuses, like sort of fire abilities and stuff like that to the fortress. So I'll accept that one. So it'll be much more sort of combat oriented. That's good, at least it built up. Okay, let's have a look down this way, see if we can find where we can get another city. Looks like we're in the bottom of the map here, so we'll just go and wander around, have a bit of a squiz at what's going on. This one's too weak, I'll just auto-resolve this one. Yeah, Beacon just leveled up. Now, with what he can do, he's already got that one. Chainmail proficiency, now we can put this one on him, and we'll go back in and go back to Beacon. Go back to equipment. We can now wear this one, the copper. We've got rusty helm. Now that one is plate mail. We can go and place that one on there again, which gives him now 17 defense. So his defense is really coming up nice and high, which is awesome. The other ones we have, Cyrenae, don't need to do anything else with her. Vulcan's Force, we're going to rename him, weren't we, to the Fanatics. In this case, we do actually have the Axes. But they could use the Bastard Swords. There we go. Done. Burrow cleared. Just now got leather working. This will give us more crafting we can then go and do. Weaponry is going to then give me all sorts of different abilities. Drills just gives me more army size. Magic, we might go the shard harvesting now. And we learnt the recipe for leather armor. And we should be with the bears and stuff that we actually got rid of. We should be able to get leather cuirasses. Yeah, we can. Gives +2 defense. Let's go and craft that. And if we just go back to our little army again. And with Falcon's Fanatics, we'll change them. I can actually just go and place the leather cuirass in there. We don't need to have any sort of proficiency to then go and have that one. Now the shields as well. We should. I thought we could get shields. No, I'm not seeing it there. One thing we were going to also have a look at through here was okay, yeah, that's just an accessory slot. That's good. And the other thing we were going to look at was changing the name. Falcon's Fanatics. There we go. Done and dusted. Yep, we'll just go nothing else up this way. We'll just keep on wandering up. That one there is a ancient dumping ground. Among the discarded gems and bones lies a bronze golem. This is from the DLC, and so I think we'll give that a go. It's only medium, so we'll see what we end up getting from this one here. They can be good or bad. These sort of quests. Now we've got this one here is just go back into buildings. We'll just keep on getting more and more of these different things. Now we've got the monument gives me a better zone of control. The forge, so trained unit defense goes up by +2. We'll be wanting to start to sort of build these things, but the workshop now, I think, getting extra production, we can get that one fairly fast. The study, actually, that's a good one as well. It's 10 turns for that one though. This one here is food per grain goes up. Now we're still getting +2 growth. 17 turns. The bell tower reducing unrest I think is a good one. Let's just go for that one initially. I can't build on these yet until we actually get the shard harvesting for that one. Click on done. Reading a few more of the comments. Okay, so Miguel is saying, would you say a paid DLC release 2 months after a game is full release is an orthodox choice? I would say no, to be honest. Like it's sort of the game has been like the base game has been in development for a long time, and I don't know if there was like what the thinking was with the DLC in terms of what was going to come. I know that this is a massive passion project for Stardock. They love the idea of this game, but I also know that they were really wanting to try to engage with the with the players. So I don't know if the DLC came out of that or not. For me, it was sort of one of those things where the base game I think is fairly well polished now. So it's like one thing I was concerned about was that I was having trouble trying to understand modding. But it was me. I was doing the wrong thing with the modding. And I thought that was actually a game problem. So from my perspective, I sort of felt that the DLC was too early, but only from that perspective. And then when it was pointed out that, oh, you just got to change this and then it works, and it always would have worked, then I'm thinking, okay, well, that's definitely on me then. So, yeah, I know what you mean, but I think that this is a game I think that's going to have like a lot of legs. So, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure as to what will be coming in the future for it either. So Dust Folio is saying, I will endure buying the DLCs. There we go. And Miguel is saying, not advocating for Paradox, not by a long shot, but they do keep content coming, like it's more or less for years. This DLC is just 2 months after release. Content's on a €30 indie game remake. Yeah, look, it's you look at Age of Wonders. I mean, Age of Wonders has been getting a new, about every 3 months they're pumping out the DLCs, which I think is now probably like too sort of short a time. I'm really enjoying going back and playing Age of Wonders back on the original sort of, with the original sort of factions and things. But this game, like it is a polished game. Like it's actually, we haven't had any problems. I think people did have problems with it initially, but nothing sort of too major. Anyway, let's just go in and try this one out, see what we're going to be doing here. Fingers crossed. Here we go. So a patinated partisan. So a golem of solid bronze has been lying dormant in this cave for ages. Perhaps with a bit of care it could be restored to working order. So approach the golem. Let's just go to it. So the reward is a new companion. So yeah, we want to approach the golem. Approaching the golem with a weapon causes it to emerge and resume a battle-ready posture, though it does not attack first. Now, what do we do here? Engage the golem in combat. I've got no idea which way we go. Walk away. I think we do this one. See if we can actually coax it. You give the sentinel a wide berth. Its head turns slowly to track you out of sight, but it does not move. Damn it. No, I did actually save it. Let's go and try that again. Go back to the load games. So we'll try it and see what actually happens. I'm not sure if we can only fight it or walk away. I'm just not sure how that would actually then go and work. Let's just try it again. Approach the golem. Now, if we defeat it, we may end up... This will be a big beast here. But these are what's actually in the other thing. So this has got like... massive damage. So I don't think we can defeat it. So this one I don't think is something we can do, but let's just see what actually happens here. Who knows? Maybe. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so we do actually have this healing potion. We've still got about 50%. Let's just get the healing back up. It's annoying. If he takes one more hit, he's screwed. Yeah, God, I don't know. Well, we've got a save here. I won't. I'm not counting this as a because I wouldn't have done this. I'm not sure how we get this guy as a companion though. Like, there's got to be some way around it. I don't know. It doesn't seem it's not making a lot of sense. Oh, let's just go for it. Come on, dodge. Damn it. I'm not going to ban you for that one, Vegan, because we'll be coming back out from this anyway. This is just an experiment. but a scratch. So actually the scratch is nothing. Just click on done. Bronze golem stands back up, then bows. When you walk away, it seems to follow you. It looks as though you've won its respect. Alright, so we did pick it up by fighting it there. And it does give us a massive boost up through this other side. Well, if it's only just a scratch for Began, let's take it. Okay, so I was worried about that one. I'm thinking this isn't making sense. Cooperation. That there is 37 away. We'll just go back to warfare again. I think we'll go to weaponry. So we've got the so Began is like the trouble with allowing your units to actually fall in battle is that they can actually pick up damage. So this tis but a scratch is not doing anything, which is lucky. So they can end up with some really big negatives, like where they lose limbs and stuff. But in this case, that's nothing too bad. And now we do have this this golem as well, this bronze golem, which will be great. So we've got ourselves a very strong force. Now this Tuatha, if we look at him, it's a defender, regeneration, units heal 6 points per round, vulnerable to fire, tough, revenge, +1 defense per level. He's level 5. So defense of 10 overall. Still a big attack. Well, let's go for it and see how we go. I'll do another quick save here. But I think we should be okay. We're now a strong army. Began's a bit too badly damaged, so let's just maybe move around a little bit first. Let's get Began healed up. Okay, a child has been born to Cyrenay and Kaelin, inheriting the magical essence of her parents. Choose a name. So, Rayula sounds good. Now, this is the next city. The second city now has leveled up, and what I want to do with this one is going to have like a lot of food and a lot of population. So a town will ultimately then end up generating a lot of gold. So we make this into our gold-making city. So we'll just go and grab this one here, so that it will ultimately end up. You can see there, this one has got the shield for the fortress, the square for the town, and that will then end up making a lot of money. And is that one? Actually, that one's only going up by +2 as well. It's got moderate surplus there, which is fine. All right, so Began is still slightly damaged. We'll just go and pass there. And Began's now fully up with it. So let's go in and do this attack. Began across. Bring the new golem in. So this is from the DLC. This golem. I'm glad that we could at least sort of start to play with some of the units from the DLC. You have to run, but I'll lurk in case you succeed in killing me off. No, I've got to end the stream fairly soon anyway, actually. I'll be back again tomorrow with it though. So we'll now just go in around it. So they're trying to kill off those guys. They would have probably aimed for Began. Bring Began in. Big damage. That's great. Got it. All right, that's good. Okay, there's nothing else there. I thought there'd be some sort of reward for that. For big hard fight like that one. We'll wander up and just sort of do a bit more sort of scouting around. I've still got to try to find another place where we can actually end up with another city. Telescope. This is good. So +1 sight range. We'll get that one. That's going to allow us to spot a lot further. All right. So we've got this city here has now finished its apiary, and she's finished everything it was building. So this is good. We'll just go back into building. So we want this one to build up a lot. Now the grocer is going to be faction food per grain. The garden is just food per grain. This is faction food per grain for the grocer. So this is again a big one for us. We do want to get this one to just keep the growth thumping along. Okay, that's good. I'll just click on done there. And down in through here. Now I still want to keep on building up the city. Before we sort of start to get too many other units. Now that we've got that golem, I don't think we need to really sort of worry too much about it. That one's all fine. We'll just move on up. So I'm not sure what this territory is up this other side. Usually these are very well themed. So these are sort of like big themed areas on the map that are hard to take over. Nearby Death Shard is now in our area. So I can build a Death Altar there. Look, I might start to... No, look, I won't worry until we need it. Now we can get rid of that as well. Here we go. We've now come across Gandru. So Cyrene of Ythril, you and your people are seen. Know that we are tough. Keep our blades our sharp, our arms strong. Hang on. Keep our blades our sharp. Our arms strong, our hearts fearless. I think it's supposed to be keep our blades sharp. Anyway, none shall catch us unaware. Pleasure to meet you. And so she is possibly coming in from over this other angle over here, I would guess. We might head back that way, clean out this group just to keep everything nicely protected. And so we can see there that they're a little bit ahead of us. Their relation towards us is neutral. Now the little mod that I made changes that. So this is, if we go back into the foreign relations, I might just show you this. If I go and click on Gandru there, we end up with a bit of we get a bit of a feel for what they want from this screen. So strangers are not welcome here is what she's saying. National population 130. She's got 2 settlements, same as us. Sure, yeah, this is hers over here. She's got less population than we've got. 2 settlements. Net income is lower than ours. Power rating is higher than ours. So she's got more armies. Neutral is where she is at the moment. We've only just sort of met them, and we get a bit of a feel for what they think about us from up in here. But it doesn't really tell us what's going on. If you go back out, I'll just say goodbye. If we go back across to foreign relations and then see her, we get a lot more information, like a hell of a lot more information. And so, leader details, Lady Irene, she's level 6. She's aggressive. AI values the military 2 times as much as is normal and thinks borders are too close by 1.5. This is cool. This is actually little modifiers in the game now that sort of change the... I guess they're sort of like little random aspects that actually make the AI play a bit differently. A warmonger as well, more likely to research military techs. Your population settlement tax rate, so 30%, same as us. Resources, minus 86 Gildar. So they've actually, we're 181, mana of 16. So they've been spending mana. We've got a big reserve of mana. Research is... total research is 467. I'm not sure what our total research is. and then fame is only 8, whereas we're up to 30. We're up to 31. But where this one gets interesting is you end up having this little multiplier tree in through here. So it's considered we are weak, so that makes them a bit more aggressive. I love war, so this one here from aggressive over through this other side, -3. We're still settling. They're still trying to find cities, so they've got a +1 there. Borders are too close, so they are close somewhere. We have a different allegiance. This is the one that all I changed in my mod was to make that go from -1 if it was opposite allegiances to -6. So it's just going to keep on every turn. That's just going to be added on to the essentially to the relationship. So now to get overcome that one, we don't want any trouble. We're not competing for the same resources. You're outside my sphere of influence is +2. Is too far away to worry about. So they're all things where we've come across that you may have a scout that's running around somewhere. So anyway, that's they're the other groups we actually have as well. So we'll just click on done. Anyway, so she's leading at the moment. And we've found Darkling Overseers. Okay, that's inside that little area. Alright, so we'll take this one on. These are lizard men. I can really go any which way I want. I'll just go down this way. It's not bad. Okay. Okay, Began, you need to do some damage here. This one took a bit of damage there. That's good. These ones, yeah, they did have a fair bit that they could do. They're a bit glass cannonish, I guess. Now back in through this other side, we'll just go back to mages again. And we'll start to get like the summons. Start to sort of build up so we can get like some pretty powerful summons. Alright, so Kalen has now leveled up as well. If we make Kalen a commander, so this one reduces the unrest. I think we'll go that way. Layer cleared. So we've been down there, we've sort of found things. There will be things that will spawn into these back locations where we can't see anything. There's a modesty and it is strong. We've got a ghoul army up there and some undead. Alright, that's okay. So build, granary, food per grain, study, monument. I'll grab the monument now, I think. Message from the ghoul. New technology researched. Now, mounted warfare will allow us to get the horses that are inside our territory. Go to magic. These can be useful. Might just get those now. It's a girl, so another one. Let's find a better name. Widlet. Great name. We learned the recipe for dagger and warhammers. We might start to try to build up a bit of a bigger army. Our money is still actually okay. Get rid of those. Can't get through. After Vegan again. There we go. Done. Alright, so we're seeing things like, for example, these Black Widow's army. There is actually Corvus Harrowland. These can be recruited depending on who they actually are. The details. What do we know about this one? Irksome Blood. So this one is Kingdom, which means we can't. Yeah, it's. I don't think we can pick this one up ourselves. So better off killing them off just so that the enemy can't get hold of them. That Modest Inn was strong. Then we've got another. This is where the ghouls came from. Start to move down this way. This is really is one of these one more turn type games. I'll have one more turn. I'll just take these guys out. Maybe have a look at this one as well. So I'll just go and click on turn. Now there's heaps of them. I'll just go and cancel that for 1 second. You had 46 fame to recruit this champion. You have 32, but I'm pretty sure that they're the wrong group anyway. All right, we'll just go after these guys here. Just go to battle. Nice, that's good. That's one down. Yeah, these undead really just can't do anything. Golem's doing a lot of work here. See, our character's just not really strong enough now, but this is fine. We've been able to build up, and she'll become more of a mage over time. Okay, Began's leveled up yet again. Got a warrior. Now we do have plate mail proficiency as well. No, we can't do that one just yet. We've got hit points, brute. There is some that give me extra dodge. I'll go that way. Okay, I've got a fire elemental from that one. I'm thinking of destroying that one, but I think we'll just keep on having a look down this way. Oh, there we go. There's the other faction. All right, so, and I think, again, if we have a look and see, they're cooling off because of what's actually happened. Like, you know, with the fact that they're a kingdom and we're an empire. Oh, hang on, I didn't click on this one. No construction. So we can, I think we might go and train up one of these other units. Now we do actually have a few different ones that we can go and grab. The Defenders are only 7 seasons. The Grey Spears as well. They've got Trog Blood, Iron Skin, Chainmail Proficiency. I think I might have built these myself, I think. And then the Defenders, Trog Blood, plate mail proficiency, defender, and +3 hit points. So these ones have got a lot more hit points ultimately. But these have got less hit points but more initiative. Let's go and throw one of... Well, they're both 7 turns. Let's go and train one of these up. Right, that'll do us. Malayan wedding band in through here, so +5 hit points. I'm just going to click on OK. We'll go back to Began, go back to equipment, and give him that one. What are the other ones? We've got Necklace of Teeth, +1 starting stamina. That's going to be better for her. So Cyrenay can have that one. Now she's already now full. Yeah, it's not going to help. That's okay. We'll just leave that one back. I might as well... I'll throw that one in there. Done. Okay, that's good. So she's building up down this way. This is one of these things where we could go in and attack, but I don't think we're big enough yet. And we might have to do that tomorrow, I think, when we sort of come back to it. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So I will catch you guys tomorrow if you're around. Actually, I'll be over on the Slytherin channel in a few, in a few hours actually. So it'll be a little way away. And yeah, so anyway, I'll catch you there if you're around. And so Dust Folly is saying, any Age of Wonders 4 DLC news? No, I'm sorry, I don't know anything other than what's been publicly put out there. I know there's more on the way. I think it's coming next month, I think. Yes, and so Sova is saying, I checked the Slytherin website, they changed the price of the bundle. Yes, I saw that as well. And Sova is saying, are you going to be playing Warhammer 40k Gladius? I will be on the Slytherin channel. I may start a little bit ahead, maybe on my own channel, and then move across to Slytherin, or even go vice versa. I may start on Slytherin and then come back across to this channel afterwards, maybe, seeing how we go. Not sure which faction I'll play at this stage. Anyway, I'll catch you guys over there if you're around, and otherwise I'll see you. I'll be playing Elemental again tomorrow, and we'll just sort of see if we can sort of smash through this particular group. They are getting stronger. They're getting stronger. It'd be interesting to sort of see if we're strong enough to actually take them on yet. We've got some good equipment. That's actually quite nice. Maybe we just clear out a few more things. And I'll just go up here first. Yeah, anyway, I'll do that tomorrow.